As a digital enabler, one of the questions that we get the most is really about how to choose the right e-commerce website builder software or platform to start with. Hi there, this is Jason from TribeUp Academy. We help businesses master effective Facebook advertising and digital marketing techniques to grow your business online. So recently we had another preview class the other day over in a training center. One of the participants raised a very important question. He said, Jason, I'm trying to start really selling online and I want to build my own e-commerce website. But it's really confusing and there are so many choices out there. I do not know which e-commerce website builder should I consider choosing and what are the areas that I should consider. So let's take a look at three important areas of consideration that I believe that you should look into when you're choosing your own e-commerce website builder software or platform, however you term it. So this is a part of a series where we are talking about how do you start selling online, right? So basically, remember to subscribe to stay in touch whenever we have new videos coming in. So let's take a look at the three areas that you should really pay attention to when you're choosing your e-commerce website builder software. Basically, throughout the years working with so many e-commerce websites, whether it is on self-hosted platform, whether it's from e-commerce website builders, the top priority or the first thing that I'll be looking at is about their support. So the easiest way to find out about support is to ask a lot more questions about, as in like their system, before you make any decision. And if it's possible, if they offer some free trial and any kind of stuffs like that, please by all means go ahead and start a new store, because most of the stores actually offer free trials, and that is something that is very easy for you to jump on board and start experiencing the software firsthand to see whether it does offer the features or the things that you're looking for. From there, you'll be able to experience in terms of whether are they able to give you the kind of support that you need. Because to be very frank, it's not easy to build an e-commerce website. There are so many other things that you want to look into consideration, and you need a lot of help. That's the most important thing. So when you need help, okay, if they are not able to provide you some answers, like recently I've got a client that has been trying to work on their catalog, as in like the website catalog to be integrated with Facebook Pixel, so that we are able to do this catalog sales objective advertisement. No luck. We have been trying to talk to their so-called support and all that. It's one of the premium platforms out there, but we are not getting the support that we need. So sometimes not necessarily the expensive one is gonna give you the better support. Sometimes it's really about the local ones. They might give you a different kind of help in terms of helping you to make your store a success. So the first area that I'll be looking into when I'm considering choosing an e-commerce website builder platform is about the support that they are able to offer you. So fundamentally, the second key factor that we want to consider about choosing e-commerce website builder platform or software is about the ability to integrate with Facebook Pixel and Google Analytics, Google Remarketing, Facebook advertising features and everything. So I'm actually very much a Facebook advertising specialist. So from my angle is one of the problems that we face the most is a lot of e-commerce website builders, although they do have a simple Facebook Pixel integration. However, when it comes to advanced Facebook advertising features that we need, such as some of the websites, although they are very expensive, however, their Facebook Pixel events may not be optimized correctly. So certain things are not right. Like for example, we want to track how many add to cart we have, initiate checkout, and eventually purchase. However, if you don't have certain thing in between missing, some actually missing purchase because of the thank you page not being set up properly. Some missing initiate checkout, some missing added to cart because the added to cart mixed together with the view content. So this is a bit technical, but you want to make sure that this is correct. So you want to ask them a lot more questions from the Facebook Pixel perspective, like are they fully integrated with the Facebook Pixel events? And you want to test it because you want to build it up and you want to use the Facebook Pixel helper to see whether we are able to get the numbers that we want. And of course, we want to have another ability to integrate well with the Facebook catalog, because Facebook catalog sales advertising is one of the most powerful Facebook advertising feature that you don't want to miss, especially when you're running an e-commerce website. You want that done right. Recently, we worked with one of our so-called coaches, and the biggest challenge that they are facing right now is their e-commerce website are not able to work very well with Facebook catalog because yes, they can build the catalog. However, when it comes to certain scenarios such as the product set is not optimized, done right, the pictures is not pulling, and the pricing is not correct. So all these will create a lot of challenge for your e-commerce growth, especially when you're using advertising. So you want to make sure that this is really taken care of, else it's kind of like wasting a lot of effort and time trying to figure things out. And sometimes, most of the time, you need to actually spend some money to get some experts to come into that. And this could be fixed, or this could be avoided if you choose a platform that is able to provide you all these things in one place to minimize the kind of hassle that you have to go through. So the second key point is really about Facebook Pixel from my perspective. And if you run Google advertising, then you want to look at whether they are integrating well with Google Analytics, Google Remarketing, Google Tag Manager, and all that. So this is on the technical integration part. So from my perspective, Facebook Pixel must be done right. And I must be able to capture all the Facebook Pixel events, such as added to cart, initial checkout, purchase, and etc. And the third thing is really about I'm able to integrate with Facebook Catalog fully and seamlessly. I don't want to have a lot of hassle because, frankly speaking, different platform will have different hassle problems and technical issues to face. We want to get the one that is the most reliable one, and this part is really important if you do have plan to run Facebook ads to drive meaningful traffic to your website. So if you are watching up to now, consider hitting the subscribe button and the bell icon to make sure that you won't miss any episodes coming along, because we're actually doing this Start Selling Online series where we discuss a few key topics and questions that we get the most among those new sellers trying to start selling online, about the problems that you're facing and the scenarios that might happen and how do you actually get around all this. So at the end of the video later on, I'll be actually giving you a link to access to all the videos inside this series, and this is a growing series and you don't want to miss it, so consider hitting the subscribe button. So the third key point that we want to cover over here is about the system. Now, no matter how e-commerce website builder software say they are good, everything can be tested the moment we start using the system. And I really want to emphasize this, that different business will have different needs when it comes to the website internal system, as in what are the things that you can do from the inventory perspective, from the aesthetic perspective, from the payment gateway perspective, and etc. So on the third point, we want to discuss about the key features that might affect the success of your e-commerce website moving forward. Feature side, which is the third part of the consideration that we really want to dive deep in and understand about things that they can or can't do. I have 4 angles to look into. So the first angle is about the inventory system. As in, you see, one of my clients that sells fashion. So when it comes to fashion, there are a lot of variables involved. Like, for example, this is a t-shirt. Now, a t-shirt has got multiple colors and a t-shirt has got multiple sizes. So how powerful can that inventory system support your need? Because different people have different need. Like one client of mine will prefer a structure where, I want to lay out 6 colors that I have in different product as a different SKU. Okay, so let's say blue, and I have blue S to L, for example, and I have red X to L or something like that. So some client may prefer to say that, I want just lump everything into one, this is what we call simple t-shirt. So inside, once you get into the t-shirt, you want to be able to differentiate by how many colors you have and how many sizes you have each. So the complexity of your inventory system is pretty much depending on what your system can do and what is your business need. So this is something that you really need to understand. You might need some external help. If you need help, you can actually just get in touch. We actually offer consulting and onboarding coaching service. But this is one of the very important areas that you want to get it right at the very beginning. So yeah, just the inventory system. Now the second part of when it comes to the feature part is, do you sell across platform? Now when you sell in multiple marketplaces such as Lazada, Shopee, Uber, Lelong, as well as your own website, you probably want to have a system that is able to unify your inventory management. So because one of the challenge that you might face when you're trying to sell in multiple platforms is that you might miss certain orders. Let's say, for example, a t-shirt has already gone out of stock, but you forgot to update this platform and that platform, and you still receive order, and you probably will hit into trouble because you have no idea how fussy can your customer be. You don't want to get into any scenario where you're in a bad position, where you get scolded, you get bad review. It's a bit challenging to savor all these scenarios. So make sure you have a more complex and all-rounded robust system to help your inventory management if you sell across platform. And the third key point under the feature part is about the aesthetic. You see, I've seen clients jumping from one platform to another because of their aesthetic need. Okay, some e-commerce website builder software may offer a very powerful integration with marketplaces, but they may have a simpler set of templates for you to do your website interface. So if you want something that is more robust and you want a very strong branding effect that comes into your system, and you want to be really seen by your audiences and say that, wow, this is so beautiful, to impress them in that level, then you probably want to consider using different kind of software that gives you more customization options available. So that's one part that you want to look into. Yeah. So the fourth area that you want to consider when it comes to the feature part is really about the payment gateway. There's one, you see, today we are not naming any names, okay? I'm not saying that which platform is better, which is not. I'm just going to give you some areas that you want to consider when it comes to choosing your own e-commerce website builder software. Now, recently we have a client that came to us and say that, Jason, I spend so much time building this website. I love the website builder, drag and drop, so easy, and it's so famous. However, one thing that is missing, local payment gateways. So that is a very painful thing, you see, because when it comes to Malaysia context, you want to be able to accept multiple payment gateways because there are different needs. There are still certain group of people who prefers to pay via online transfer, like my dad. You know, finally he did his first online transaction during the lockdown period. So he still doesn't want to use credit card. He still feel that, you know, when I expose my credit card, when I key in the data, it sounds like it feels like somebody is actually spying and stealing the data. Anyway, but he's okay now with online payment because finally he has opened up online payment. He can do all this transfer and all that. So if you are not able to cater to all these needs, then you probably will be missing a big chunk of your market. So you really want to consider from that angle. So the feature part, we have 4 things. Let's do a quick recap. We have in terms of the inventory management system, the SKU management system, whether you need something deep or you need something, so, you know, just on the surface. And then the other thing that we have here is about whether you sell across platform, whether you need a different kind of inventory management system to make sure that you don't miss an order or you don't miss updating certain order, you know, in certain platform to make your management easier. And the third part is about the website aesthetic, the user interface, the layout design and all. And the fourth is about the payment gateway. So to sum it up, this video already gives you a very good idea from 3 key areas of consideration in terms of choosing the right e-commerce website builder software for you. The first one we talked about was actually about the support. I actually put top priority on this thing. If you don't give me good support, no matter how powerful you are, you will actually hit into trouble one day. And then the other part is about the Pixel and the third-party integration such as Pixel, Facebook Pixel, of course, Google Analytics. But from my angle, I want to be able to actually integrate the Pixel right, and I want to have the Pixel events fire up right, and I want to be able to do my catalog integration seamlessly, easily, without much hassle, because that will actually affect your ability to advertise effectively in the future. And the third area that we have here is about the key features inside the website. So that pretty much depends on how deep you want your inventory management capabilities to be, and your payment gateway, your aesthetic needs and all that. So yeah, that sums up to the video. A slightly longer, but I believe it actually gives you a better idea. So this is a link that I'm actually putting up. Yeah, you can actually find, the video should come up somewhere. I list down all the videos that I actually share because this is the series, we call it Start Selling Online series, where I share important ideas, answering your questions, and probably potential scenarios that you might hit when you want to start selling online. And consider subscribing, really. You don't want to miss any videos coming up in this series. If you have more questions, head over to my Facebook page and drop me a message. I'll see you in the next video.